see us.
And hear us during the video. If you guys
moving the camera a little more.
If you guys want to see my account, then link in the comments below.
What?
My PS3 account.
Today we're gonna do a try not to scare reaction.
15.
This is
15 top.
I think top 15 scary
jump scares in
video games.
Like the garage. Like last time.
Yeah, like the garage. But the link will be in the description down below.
Sorry that there's a scary face right there.
Alright.
Don't watch this at night, okay guys?
This is daytime, I still get jump scares.
Yes, and I might bang my forehead on this.
Oops. See. I might have to edit it out. Right. Top 15
Number
scary
15,
I can hear it.
Through the Keyhole. In the reboot of the Thief series, you once again play the role of Garrett as you slink around the Moira Asylum, which was originally a treatment facility for the insane and other mentally ill. In search of riches, you come across another locked door, which you investigate through the keyhole before entering, when you are met with the sudden appearance of a ghostly-looking woman telling you that you shouldn't be there. There's not much backstory to the spooky spirit, but she's pretty terrifying. Number 14. Resident Evil 4 Lake Monster. Delago, Spanish for from the lake, was a massive plaga-infected amphibian that lived in a lake near a Spanish village. In the popular survival horror Resident Evil 4, here, when walking through the outskirts of the village, you start approaching a lake, in which you briefly see fish swimming in a group. What many people would tell first-time players is that you shoot the fish to obtain certain items. After shooting at the water for a few seconds, Delago shoots out of the water, devours the character, and scares the shit out of you. When this game was ported to PS3 and Xbox 360, the jump scare would award the player with an achievement, ironically titled, Don't Shoot the Water. Number 13. BioShock Infinite, Boys of Silence. The Boys of Silence are young men fitted with sense-enhancing helmets and are forced to act as watchmen. They are referred to as Elizabeth's children. They are in fact young men brainwashed from childhood and forced into total subservience. Thanks to Elizabeth's intervention, they also have limited control over tears, allowing them to partially control the lunatics of Comstock House and teleport out of existence after raising the alarm or being attacked. Booker DeWitt encounters them in Colombia during the course of BioShock Infinite. Once he reaches an alternative Comstock House, the Boys of Silence do not actually engage in combat. Their primary keep watch over the facility, and the similarly brainwashed men in George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and Thomas Jefferson masks, known as the Lunatics. Rather than fighting Booker directly, Boys of Silence summon the men to fight for them. If Booker enters a Boy of Silence's line of sight, he'll stand still and focus on him. If he stays for too long, goes to the boy or attacks it, the Boy of Silence will let out a piercing scream and will teleport away. The most famous jump scare from the Boys of Silence occurs in the warden's office just after unlocking the gate to reach Elizabeth in the torture chamber. Once the switch to activate the lock is pulled, the player turns around and finds themselves face to face with a Boy of Silence, who immediately sounds the alarm and causes the player to be completely caught off guard. 12. Batman Arkham City. Those victims. Arkham City is entirely filled with criminals, which are either inmates or political prisoners, and is also filled with Batman's most popular enemies, such as Penguin, the Joker, and more. Needless to say, it's a very place to be. The best jump scare of the game was given by a character that was absent for the entirety of it. The scare happens when the player finds a lone cargo ship, which holds crates of roaches and other fear-implementing ingredients. It becomes clear that the ship belongs to Scarecrow, another of Batman's well-known enemies. After entering the ship, the game suddenly enters into first-person view. The interior of is dimly lit by flickering lights, and towards the end of the ship you see an enemy thug sitting down with his head hanging. As a natural instinct, you approach the thug to try to understand what has happened to him. While the camera zooms in closer, he awakens quickly, gasps in horror, screams in agony, and convulses at the same time. All of this happens within a few short seconds. Then he returns to his original state, leaving only the racing heart of the player. Number 11. Dead Space. Necromorphs playing dead. During the survival horror, you play the part of an engineer named Isaac Clarke. The game is set on a mining ship in space after Earth goes into near extinction. After a distress signal is sent out, you board the ship to find most of the crew has turned into necromorphs, which are an alien parasite that can reanimate a dead body and mutate it in horrific ways. One of the features of the necromorphs is playing dead. While playing dead, they basically lay perfectly still on the ground. As you pass by, they suddenly pop back to life and scare the shit out of you. For unprepared players, this may seem like a quick death, but more than likely you'll be left on low health limping away until you find another one to finish the job, or at least give you another near heart attack.
In 38 minutes, your favorite show is ending.
Number 10, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies, Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead, also known as Alcatraz Island and Sunset Strip, is the 15th Zombies map. It's included in the second Call of Duty Black Ops 2 downloadable contact pack, Uprising. The Easter egg known as Jump Scare occurs on the roof where the plane is assembled. The player is required to have a sniper rifle, such as the Baird M82A1 or the DSR-50, and they must proceed to the far end of the roof to the left of the runway. If the player scopes in on the firework display in the distance, a distorted picture of what appears to be Russman's face will flash up on the screen for a split second, accompanied by a high-pitched scream. Jump scares would later become a common feature in the Zombies map, later appearing in the map Origins, but this one left an impression on players who just wanted to watch some fireworks. Number 9, Internal Darkness, Bathroom Bloodbath Scene. Sanity effects are special features in the game set in place with the sole purpose of messing with the player's sanity